Hey everyone, and welcome back to the lands of Alaire. I'm Ian, the Dungeon Master, and I'm joined here by my two friends, Tori and Aaron, my younger brother Tyler, my good friend Scott, and my older brother TJ. And we are very excited to jump back into the adventure. Is there anything to go over before we hit the recap and then?
No, I'm just glad we're
here at the table.
back in the saddle.
No,
Everybody's feeling much better.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I'm glad that we are continuing this along. So. A very necessary recap. This is where we were last time we left off. Our heroes, Erlon, Melee, Leander, Jar, and Gilroy, proved their motto by leaving the mayor's caravan and embarking north towards the ice seas. There they spoke with a great water serpent, the Elder of the Salt Waters, and decided to agree to its test, a ritual which would force them to face their greatest adversary. In this dreamlike state, our party's consciousness formed before none other than the Lord Devarius Caldenon, King of Kings and the ultimate ruler over Farinwell. They battled, and one by one the king cast them out of his dream realm. In the mists around them, and the jagged floating islands upon which the battle took place, our party witnessed images of the past and thoughts and memories of the king. When they awoke, our party found themselves bearing a mark upon their hands, one that signified their honor and bravery. By presenting this mark to the lizard men, they were permitted access to the machinery that lowers the bridge that had halted their progress. And once more, the mayor's caravan was on the move towards Steelhammer Stronghold and their meeting with Clan Molnar. However, it was not long before another obstacle was encountered. The great gateway that leads toward the peninsula known as Moradin's Hammer, upon which Steelhammer Stronghold resides, had been recently collapsed and lay in rubble. The group decided to take ancient paths through the mountains, enduring dangerous ravines and blizzards. Finally, our party reached a long, narrow bridge where they would be forced to leave their wagons. The bridge was occupied by harpies, which the party quickly and haphazardly dispatched, and the remaining members of the caravan marched forth, intent on reaching Steelhammer Stronghold before sundown. And that's where we left off, was you guys going along some mountain passes, and finally revealed before you a break in the landscape. One massive mountain, a huge snow-capped peak that reaches up into the sky, no doubt the residents of Steelhammer Stronghold within. And as you guys make your way on down, approaching, Jordan Lowstone, the leader of the Carragmore dwarves that had been joining the caravan, turns towards you and he goes, "We'll be there soon enough. Thank goodness. Now, as you can see," and he gestures towards the side of the mountain, he goes, "There's not a obvious gate, and that's for good reason. Steelhammer Stronghold, well, it's meant to stay hidden from non-dwarves, but we're going to be breaking that tradition today." And he gestures towards his hand and holds out a very large iron key, and he goes, "This should reveal the entrance." As you guys make your way on up, is there anything you guys would like to do? Any preparation? Anyone would want to speak with?
How big is this key?
The key?
Yeah.
It's about a foot in length, with a very thick base.
And basically, the entirety of the party is with us, right?
Yeah, you have Hiron Overloss, Jordan, and his folks. You have the mayor and her entourage of ogre guards, Godric, and those companions you chose to take, Arena, Chantel, Zorn, Bilberry.
Okay, yeah. Clara, is she here?
Clara is there as well, yeah. She's still staying with Arena, pretty close by. Seems like she managed to get a hold of some furs in order to stay warm here. And so as you guys approach this large, rather smooth cliff face, Jordan begins to kind of paw around on it. He goes, "This is all wrong. Of course. Looks like the main passage. Well, my key ain't gonna work. Which means we're gonna have to find a side passage. Luckily enough, Steelhammer Stronghold's been around more than long enough for some freeloaders to settle up settlements around here and try and dig their own ways in. And this key should work in them too, but it's notoriously difficult. We'll have to be on guard."
It's never easy, is it?
No.
Another day.
And it has me quite concerned. Of course, we don't want the main gate blocked, so what is Lord Vinvariak up to? It's on my mind. As he begins to march up, curving around kind of the northeastern side, and just walking along the cliff face, still padding along the wall every once in a while, attempting to find what would only appear to his eyesight an entrance into Steelhammer Stronghold. And as you guys walk along, a bit of snow kicks up, and one of your scouts, probably Gentel, says, just down that way, I think. Well, I noticed some tracks, that's no surprise, but it appears there's some dwarves. And Jordan goes, not our dwarves. Probably exiles. Probably angry. He turns towards his men, the Carrot Moor that have been joining him, and he goes, you know your vows! And he sets down his hammer, puts his back to the wall, and goes, we're not permitted to fight our own kind, even if they are separatists. Not anymore. We took a vow after the Civil War, and the mayor butts in as she makes her way forward in the snow and goes, was the only way I would speak with them. Jordan gives a low nod and says, so you may have to take care of this.
Of course we will.
Well, hopefully it won't come to blows.
And as you approach, making your way through the snowstorm, you do see that the dwarves appear to be surrounding a bit of a structure that goes into the mountain. And I will cut us on over there, hopefully. Should be.
Anyone else starting to feel used?
We're constantly being just pointed at things and saying, fix this. But that's kind of the job, I guess. You know?
You might have to give this a reload, because my input is not working for you guys.
Do you need the... It's what, the top left, right? Or, yeah, just hit the... I would think.
Ooh. Should pop up on the right map. Sorry!
So how many are there?
It appears... There we go.
Ah.
There is a large group of them, and it appears as though it consists of about 8 or 9. Some of them with crossbows, some with hand axes. It looks like they scavenged together a lot of their weapons and whatnot. As Jordan had said, they are exiles, separatists, people who were cast out of the stronghold, and so they had to scrounge up what they could find in the outskirts of the mountain, and appear to be setting up a stack of familiar-looking barrels, much like the ones that you had made use of back in Sarangar, and one of them seems to be attempting to light a fuse next to all those barrels as the others watch. And it seems as though they are trying to blast a hole into the structure that leads into the mountain. As you guys approach through the snow, or do you want to take this stealthily, or what is your approach?
You need to get in there too.
Just let them blast the doors off.
Well, some of them might get hurt in the thing. They're not exactly
Right.
running.
Oh, no, they're standing right next to it.
They're dwarves, they know how to mine.
Well, they're exiles. They might not have been that good at it.
These dwarves have more problems with themselves than with anything else.
So yeah, how are you going to take this approach? Any stealth to it, or are you just walking through the snow?
Well, right, the real question is, do we want... Alright, I say we probably should stop them from blowing the hole in it. If Jordan thinks that's the best way to do it, then we'll let him go ahead and, let us know that.
He
Right.
technically has a key, I guess.
Andy has a key, so...
He's basically blowing a hole in his own house. So. Who's to stop a man from doing that? I mean, yeah, Gilroy doesn't really do anything stealthily, so he's not gonna be the one to initiate that.
Okay.
I think I'm just looking to Leander for.
I mean,
But
I'm gonna
on
move
your
up.
shoulders.
I'm gonna move up quickly,
Okay.
but not necessarily unstealthily.
Okay.
I'll move up
Well,
with them.
I'll try, you know.
Okay, sure, give it a go.
I'll move with them.
That's with disadvantage, right?
Yeah.
Now, am I able to use, is it snowing right
Yeah,
now?
yeah, actually it is. Your Mask of the Wilds would permit you to hide really well, or hide in nature, the elvish trait.
Cool. So, a 4.
But you have advantage, right? Because of that. That's what it gives you.
No, it just says I can hide in light natural environments like forest, snowstorm.
I'm giving you advantage
Yeah,
on this, yeah.
So 15.
A 15?
Yeah.
Okay, what did you throw, Leander?
A 6.
So, they don't seem to look towards you, Orlon, but they do look right at Leander as the glint of his armor appears through some of the light as he makes his way forward in the snow. And what appears to be their forward scout, the one who was looking down the path, takes a few steps forward, his plate armor kind of chunking along the ground, and he stops and he goes, "You're gonna want to halt right there. Leave us be."
Well, what's your business here?
We're making our way back into Steelhammer Stronghold the only way we know how. By force.
Why are you trying to get back in there?
It's our home. Or it should be our home. With the exception of the damned Clan Monar, still in control after all the turmoil they've put us through.
Well, perhaps this isn't the way to go about it.
All 9 of you are gonna take out everyone else in the mountain.
We're gonna try! And you ain't gonna stop us. So I suggest you turn back, foreigners.
Leander will draw his sword.
If you don't let us stop you, you'll never see the inside of her. If you don't...
Their words ain't gonna work! As he pulls his sword, roll initiative!
You're gonna die! That's what I'm saying!
Oh god. Alright, let me get these guys in there.
You tell I haven't been talking much today.
So they are throwing a mighty 5. Erlon.
18.
18. Gilroy.
A 5.
5. Melee.
24.
24. Jar.
19.
19. Leander.
5.
Hey!
We were talking, the dwarves, us.
You shot me a look when I stumbled over my words.
Alright, so that leaves us with Melee first.
The one that came toward us
Yeah.
to talk, I'm just gonna stay exactly where I am. I'm gonna use sharpshooter.
Okay.
15?
15 will not quite hit him.
Well, extra.
Yep.
Oh,
Nat
Nat
20.
20.
That'll definitely hit him.
Okay, so where am I? 8.
Yep.
Sorry, it's been a little bit.
No, it has. No worries.
So
Double the die.
10 plus 26.
26 damage.
Nice.
Yeah, significant hit. His arrow sinks deep, piercing through his plate armor. Anything else that turn? You're gonna stay right there in
I'm
position.
just gonna stay right in the middle of the road.
Sounds good. Jar!
Let's see.
Actually, Jar, you're the only one sensitive enough. Throw me a perception check before this all begins.
That's
Pretty good.
it's a 23.
Okay, so right here, if you see my pings, right here, here, and here, you can see some pretty suspicious mounds in the snow. Look about barrel size.
Okay. So Jean will dash up the road then away from them, and he'll point and boom boom. While he's running, and then he'll.
So you'll kind of get to the crest of the road if you dash all the way up there.
Okay.
If that position looks good.
That
to
looks
you.
good to me.
Okay.
And he'll take a shot at the. Is that the leader out about?
He seems to be the
Yeah.
forward commander. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll try taking a shot at him with my crossbow.
Sounds good.
And that'll be 22
Yep.
to hit. That'll be
Nice.
12 damage.
12 damage.
Yes.
That'll bring us to Erlon. So Erlon, Jar dashes forward and goes, look out for that!
Boom, boom.
Yep.
So, Erlon calls out to, he goes, Walter, let's make this snow run red today.
Let's see it.
And I charge forward towards the, whoever's closest.
Straightforward?
Yeah, just straightforward.
Through the snow.
And you,
Yeah,
you
there's
pick,
no.
you are now raging. Alright, yeah, totally.
That's what we're allowed to do.
Yeah.
For sure.
So you get to here. Throw me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, I have trap sense, so I get advantage. Right?
Nice, yeah, absolutely you would on this.
That's already good. Oh, same thing. So, base 18.
Okay, yeah, no, you're gonna succeed
Okay.
on this. So you're going to be taking 16 points of damage as kaboom! One of the barrels explodes, showering. Actually, you succeeded and you're raging, so it's 8.
Okay.
As the one of the barrels under the snow explodes, showering the area in dirt and snow that comes falling down, and a bit of flame as well. And you are able to pretty much ignore that.
Yep.
And run on forth. And actually, yeah, with your movement speed, you can get for real. The forward dwarf there kind of recoils a bit as you just charge out of the explosion.
I assume I'm like smoking and everything.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm gonna hack down on him. Unless it was a full movement to get there.
Let me recount. 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. 40 would have been, you have 40, right?
Yes.
So yeah, you'd be dashing to get there. So
Yeah.
we will wait on that. And that'll bring us to, they put the dwarves at the top. They actually have a pretty crappy dex. What's your dex, Leander?
8.
What's your dex, Gil?
8. 9.
Oh, they win! So you charge forth. So he'll be making 2 attacks on you, Erlon. A boom, 15?
Nope.
Whoosh. And a miss. This one will run up to join him. That one's gonna hit. It will do 7 damage to you. And a second attack will miss. This one will charge on up. A hit for 7 damage. And a miss. And the rest of them will get in position back here, with the exception of the crossbow slingers, who will be making some attacks at the folks in the back. Actually, about there.
I think that trebuchet is working.
You could definitely look into it.
It's a good question.
So these 2 crossbowmen with thick, heavy-looking dwarvish crossbows. One is going to shoot towards you, Jar. A 14. Nope. And one will. Leander's the one they notice. So try and shoot at you. 19. So nope. Twang, twang. They launch some pretty nasty-looking bolts towards you, but you manage to either deflect or dodge them. Leander, your go.
Am I on my horse?
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
you could have
I was
guided your horse through, and I mean, you could summon it up. So
Right. So I'm gonna try and kind of follow the path Erlon took.
probably a good idea. All right, so you make it through the pristine snow up until the point where it's charred and exploded and black, and manage to seemingly make it through following his footsteps, no
Okay.
problem.
And I'll try and swing down on this guy.
Sure.
With a 24.
That'll hit.
Make it a level 1. For 11, 17 damage.
17.
And I'll take another swing.
Okay.
No, that's a 13.
No.
Nope. Alright.
That'll take us to Gilroy.
Has it been a day since we fought the harpies on the bridge?
Yes.
So I have my spells back. So,
Face.
I think I will. There's crossbowmen.
Yeah, there's a crossbowman kind of up on this ridge here, and one in the back towards this wagon.
Is there any cover in front of us? trebuchet?
The trebuchet, there's kind of a busted column here.
I'm wary of moving into the middle of this battleground. But yeah, I guess I'll move behind that column.
Okay.
And then I will try and clear some of the guys in the back with erupting earth.
I saw that coming.
What's the radius on that again? 20 by 20?
Yeah. 20-foot cube.
So, you could easily hit 3 of them here?
Yeah, 3's pretty good.
Okay. So, we'll center it right behind where
Dex
Erlon
save.
and Leander are fighting. Dex saves for them all. A fail. A success. And a fail.
So yeah, I run up behind this broken column, peer out, see the 3 closely grouped in the back there, and bring forth pieces of rock from the earth as it tremors and splits open underneath these guys. And that is 21 damage.
Wow.
Yeah, rolled a 12.
They're
And it's-
used to it.
It's difficult terrain now, I guess, but...
Okay. Which will bring us back to melee.
I'm really interested in the trebuchet, but realistically, I'm not strong enough to do anything about it.
Well, I mean, what's your strength? Your
Not
athletics
that.
is also particularly. I mean,
My strength is 9.
okay,
So I
all right,
don't
then no,
think-
you're not.
Yeah. Hillary took the good cover.
There's no more room!
Stay away from my pillar.
Fine, trebuchet.
How high is the ridge that it's on?
About 5 feet. You could easily
Yeah,
hacked up on there.
I'll go up and just kind of be a little bit behind it. just so
Absolutely.
I'm not as out in the open. And then the one that's across from me on the ridge with the crossbow.
Yeah, you're like eye level with each other now, so
Okay. With sharpshooter.
sounds good. I'll take it.
I don't know what it is.
That's very.
It's right in between us. all.
It's acceptable for me.
So 12.
12? Okay. 18?
18 will hit these guys. With a sharpshooter. Nice.
Rolling 8 tonight.
So that is 24.
24. These guys obviously hardy and well trained from their years potentially on the outskirts of the stronghold. So another go. That's gonna hit.
They've been out here for years.
Potentially so.
20.
What?
I got here just in time.
How convenient, heroes!
It's taken them a long time to.
Jar, down the road, about here and here, are 2 suspicious, barely looking mounds. However, you do see the trail which Erlon took. It feels like if you move down through the snow about at that direction off the road, Leander seemed to make it.
Now, what's that building look like? Is it multiple stories?
Yeah, it's 2 stories. It has a bottom level and then some towers on the corners that reach up a bit further, about 10 feet higher. They're a bit stout, obviously dwarvish design.
Does there appear to be any easy handholds on the side to try to
For
climb
you,
with?
yeah, sure.
Okay, Jar will dash up to the building.
Okay,
They're toward the north side to avoid the suspicious-looking
sounds good.
barrels, and he will attempt to climb.
Do you have second story work?
I don't think I have that yet. Well, I got 4 levels of rogue.
Then, yeah, throw me your acrobatics, though. It looks, I mean, it's kind of rubbly. Looks rather easy to ascend. There's more than enough handholds.
It's a 15.
Yeah, you got it.
All right.
So up on top of here,
Okay.
but, I mean, with your bonus action dash, really wasn't that far.
Oh, we're gonna count out the climb as part of the dash.
Yeah, I mean, it's
okay.
like, I think the first so many feet of movement climbing counts as normal movement, or
Yeah.
would if you had second story work.
but-
But as far as I'm concerned, it was pretty easy, so.
Okay. So, does he have enough movement to get to the corner.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. That's actually where you would end up right there. So
Okay.
you can see this one down here from your angle.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll take a pot shot.
Sure. And he does not know you are there.
Okay. So let's see. 23.
Yep.
That's a 7.
7?
Yep.
Oh, it's a sneak attack.
Oh, that's right. So, it's a total of 17.
17?
Nice.
Awesome. I'll bring us to Erlon. Erlon, finally, good to go.
Would you say those mounds are barely noticeable?
No.
Yes.
I had to get it out.
No, it's okay. I'll take it.
So Erlon swings around, picking up momentum, and just, with great weapon mastery, tries to break through their armor with a reckless attack.
All right.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
This is good.
And I get an additional D12 die.
Yeah. All those
Plus,
dice are double.
like-
Plus 10, plus...
Yeah,
Is that 212?
that's 2 12s.
So that's
This
48 damage.
Oh,
off the
he
dice.
overtook the like
Yeah,
record.
this is going to be the single biggest hit yet, so...
So that's 24. Yeah, so 48 plus.
58, and then plus your standard bonuses.
I think I added it up, so it would be 48 plus 17.
Okay, so 65.
65, yeah.
Nice. That's awesome.
Which is more than enough. So yeah, you charge
means-
forward, take a moment to get Bloodletter ready as Leander rides up next to you and gets a few slashes down and just absolutely sink it into his clavicle, and the dwarf falls back dead the moment you pull it out. And you have some attacks to make, because you get to make more attacks. for
Right, you
killing
got
people.
a crit and killed somebody.
So I don't think I can use Reckless Attack again, because I think it's like you can only do it first.
Yeah,
the
it's your first attack. So these ones will be standard.
So I'll hit the guy that's on my right.
Okay.
So I just use the momentum, like, from the clavicle. I, like, pick up the dwarf and, like, throw him off my ass. And use that momentum to swing down on that guy.
Okay.
And that is... 24.
24 will hit.
9 plus 7, 16 damage.
16 damage. Definitely a hefty swing.
And that was the bonus attack, technically, right?
Right, yeah, so
Now
you
I
have
can
a standard
another
attack as
time.
yours. Yeah.
Natural 1.
Oh! Roll one more time to confirm how bad it was.
3.
No! So you in a frenzy, you destroyed that first dwarf, chopped into the second, and essentially what happens is you're just off balance, and they may have they already have advantage attacking you, so it's
You just look a
thematically-
little goofy.
It's just that final one didn't quite work out as well as the first two.
I
but-
went real hard on those.
Yeah. This is the amount of momentum you maintain. The chat is
you hit
going
him-
well played, by the way.
You hit him with a flat end.
yeah, so just didn't quite work out.
No, that was awesome.
Yeah, very well done.
Yeah, 65 is crazy.
So, with big fright in his eyes, that dwarf attempts to chop at you. You will have advantage on this. Which amounts for nothing. And then the second attack will hit for 7. However, he looks like he knows he's been beat already. And that one will turn towards you, Leander. Try to attack you. A 20, not quite. Nope. The one with the crossbow, meeting your eyes, melee, will attempt to shoot back towards you. He's going to be throwing an 18. That'll hit, so 14 piercing damage off that one.
Ouch.
Can I use my reaction on one of those? Because I took the feet sentinel, and that guy's technically 5 feet. Within 5 feet of me, right? The other one that's attacking Leander.
Yeah, he didn't hit though.
Oh, he didn't hit. Okay.
Yeah, the one with the crossbow launched one towards melee.
Gotcha. That's a new feat, so I just
Yeah.
still getting the hang of it.
Nice.
We will figure it out. And then I mean, seeing their leader fall, this one will tentatively make his way forward. This one who got shot in the back begins to look for you, Jar. You're gonna attempt a perception. You're gonna fail. So he's pointing up at that roof for this crossbow man who goes next to him. And he seems to have his crossbow aimed in that direction, but he's not letting any loose yet. And this one will step forth. So that's 4 more attacks. Miss. Why so many 9s? 1 more hit for 7.
Everybody gang up on her?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
You don't walk through fire and then be like, don't gang up on me.
Actually, that is pretty badass, though. You walk through an explosion and split a dwarf in half.
I'm surprised they aren't running, to be honest.
Actually, that one moves its way up to you, Leander.
Yep.
Figuring this is their only chance. Finally! He's going to be hitting you for 11 with your deduction. Which will bring us to Leander.
Alright, I'll keep swinging down at the one. It's probably pretty tough to have to lean down pretty far to hit these guys. But yeah, I'll swing on down, swinging at this guy.
See.
18.
18 will hit.
Alright, level 1. There we go. 26.
Oh. Quite divine.
Yes, and another swing. 15.
No.
Nope.
Oosh. Gilroy.
How heavily armored are those crossbowmen? Crossbow
Less so.
dwarves.
They seem to be wearing chain as compared to the plate. It's still metal.
Alright, I think I will sort of shift to the other side of the column, moving down.
To the south?
Yeah, on the south side.
Okay.
Just like same side, but just so I'm peeking out the other side. And I will sort of outstretch my staff and unleash some scorching rays. We know how this goes. We're gonna go 3 for 3. That was 17.
17 will hit.
Okay. 18. Yeah, 20.
Nice.
Nice.
3 for 3.
Yep.
All on the same dude?
Yeah, I'll let that one that's closest to me.
Okay.
So yeah, like a blaster from.
The crossbow man or the other guy that was pointing? One that's closer
Or this
to
one.
the-
That guy, yeah.
Okay.
4, 10,
Real
20 damage.
Okay. That's pretty legit.
Yeah, not bad.
Bailey.
Fired.
Well, the guy that hit me.
Yeah.
I don't think I want to move still.
No,
Yeah.
I am counting you as having pretty good cover there, so he just rolled really well.
So with sharpshooter, it is 19.
Yep.
22.
2. Almost down.
Same thing. 19.
Yep.
He's done.
20.
Yep, you got him. Yeah, the padding, the chainmail, they are very resilient, tough beings, but you finally managed to knock that one down, and he drops to the snow.
It's getting harder to kill things.
Yeah.
It's just you wait. Jar, you looking down there, no. Those two are looking for you. They don't quite have your location yet.
Alright, Jar's gonna plink the one that he hit the last time from his.
Yep.
Well, he's gonna. Still hidden.
Throw me a stealth check.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's a 29.
Yeah. No, you are still hidden.
That guy's probably looking at me now.
Good point.
So, alright. So,
Right. There's no possible way you could.
And that's a 17.
17 is their AC.
Alright, so.
You guys have been nailing every time.
9, 12, That's 16 total.
16 damage.
Nice.
And then Jar is going to try to right behind the. I'm guessing that's kind of a conical peak on the building.
Yeah.
So he's gonna kind of go to 12 o'clock, kind of hide behind that.
Sure. Reposition.
Yep.
Erlon. Regain composure.
Yeah. Ground myself a little, and just bring my axe down on the one in front of me,
Okay.
who is already pretty damaged.
Yep.
And I'm gonna go for the clavicle because that seems like a good place to go.
That's
So-
where their armor's weak.
Great weapon mastery, reckless attack.
Okay.
That's gonna be 24
Yes.
for 15 damage on the first.
With your great weapon master.
Oh yeah, sorry.
25.
Yes.
Yeah, because it'd be
Sorry.
plus 10. Yeah.
I got the die roll wrong. I forgot to reduce that, but it would have been a 19.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So it's my bad. All right.
Still hits.
Second attack. And that is 17, so just enough.
Nice.
For 18 damage.
18. Certainly wearing him down. Which will bring us back to the dwarves. A flurry of attacks against you guys. Here is the first for Erlon. S. Hit. Miss.
What are these guys using?
They have finely made hatchets. Some of them have long swords. Or dwarfishly appropriate long swords.
Right.
And
Bigger
so
than
that's going to
short
be
swords.
14
Medium
damage in total.
Right.
And then 4 attacks against Leander. Hit. So that's going to be 11.
I'm gonna,
Ooh,
well, I'm
you
gonna
said?
move in front. We're gonna take 7 damage away.
4.
Man. I wanna. I don't know. I gotta get in your family somehow, Erlon. These guys are awesome.
So this one, the one who has been hit with bolts as well as flame, begins to retreat towards the barrels.
On fire. He's gonna throw himself on the barrel.
He's not on fire. That'd be brutal.
That would be.
This one, so you'd have to roll very well. Is going to attempt to scout out for Jar, as someone seems to be picking them off from the roof, and he's not going to see you. So that will bring us to Leander.
Man. So I think Leander will, as he keeps hacking down at these dwarves, he'll just say to Erlon, "Stand fast!" There's a lot of them coming at you. 25.
Yep.
Another level 1.
Every attack can be a level 1 divine slate.
10, 16, 22.
22.
And swing again. Same roll. Yeah.
Every time.
No, like a 15.
No. Which will bring us to Gilroy.
Alright, Gilroy.
There's a lot of flashing swords and the sound of battle.
Yeah,
clanging
and
out through the
curses
snow.
his
Yeah.
friends for standing right in the middle of all of it. He's like, I could just. Blow it all up. Can I still see? I guess I can't really see. Well, I could. Can I see the one that ran away and is running towards the barrels?
Gonna banish
Yeah.
If I climb on top of
Sure,
the column,
yeah.
then I get a little more of a vantage point. Alright, then I will... I'll do another Scorching Ray.
Okay.
That's a 20.
Yep.
19. 19.
Okay.
Nicely done.
Glad they're all connected.
Alright. That is 10. 21.
Got him.
Nice. Scorching Ray, like, this is my Scorching Ray die now.
Specific.
Yeah.
Melee.
The other crossbow.
Yeah, you see him looking around for your roguish companion. And yeah, from your vantage point, it's easy enough to aim down on
So wood sharpshooter. No.
him.
Alright, try again. Yes. And it is 20 damage.
Okay.
Like 20 is like Mealee's average per shot like damage at this point.
Pretty crazy. Jar!
Alright, Jar's going to swing around to about, let's say, 8 o'clock on the tower. Is there anything to hide behind there?
There's a bit of a lip to this thing, but it's not a... You'd have to get pretty damn low. Though, I mean, it's snowing to a decent degree, and the battle down there seems to be doing a damn good job of distracting these guys.
Yeah, he'll go actually right up to the edge then, and he'll take a shot at the other crossbowman.
Alright.
From where he's at. And that'll be a soft 20
Yeah.
for 8 damage.
Alright. Leander and Erlon, you guys look up and see that Jar has found a position up on that ruined ledge and is firing down into this combat, making himself useful. Erlon!
Yeah, I'm just gonna continue. You should run! And just...
One of us tried! We saw what happens!
I'm gonna swing around and try to decapitate him.
Okay.
Recklessly. So that's 18.
Yep. Reckless decapitation.
Sloppy.
9 damage. So not the best decapitation.
My neck!
Addicted shaving.
Again.
Yep. 21.
Yep.
8 damage.
You putting your rage damage in there too?
Yeah. That was a 1 on the
Yeah.
D12.
That would've gave us-
Yeah, that must have been a 1.
That would have gave us like, you would have gotten a whole nother attack.
Yeah.
And, Aw.
You gotta try harder!
I just that first cutting a dwarf in half really winded me.
So here come the attack. That's gonna be 1 nat 20 on.
You've got like a
Erlon, so
concussion
it's
right
gonna come to
now or
14.
something.
Miss. Hit for 7.
Let's make healing very easy. You just have to patch up Erlon.
Yeah, it's true. Miss. Damn your AC, Leander! And the one with the crossbow. He's gonna give up on looking for you, Jar. He turned towards where he saw those scorching rays come from. Shoot towards you, Gilroy. You hit for 14.
Is Gilroy within 30 feet?
Close.
5, 10, 15, 20.
I can't see the
25.
actual scores.
Not quite. Yeah, I know. They're all kind of distinct in the snow. So yeah, 14.
Alright, never mind.
Or is the attacker within 30 feet? Or is Gilroy within
With
30
Gil,
feet?
it would be Gilroy.
Yeah,
yeah.
not quite. And that is the dwarves, which brings us to Leander.
I'll just keep swinging at this guy. I like how Erlon's killed like almost 2.5 dwarves, and I'm like,
You just can't reach him.
yeah, I think that's what it is. 22,
Yes.
my last level 1.
Maybe it's because you're only using level 1 Divine Smites.
Well, I don't have very many,
Fair enough.
to be truthful. 21 damage.
Okay.
And I'll take another swing. 18?
Yep.
Just a normal
Got him.
hack. Yeah. 11.
You finally chop that one on down. Which will bring us to Gilroy. You got a bolt
Yes.
sticking out your shoulder.
He grabs a hold of that bolt and he glares daggers at that dwarf. He says, "You idiot!" As he goes crazy.
I think that already happened.
Yeah,
He snaps his finger.
a little bit. It definitely comes to mind to just banish him to a demi-plane. But instead, he'll shrink him.
So I'm making a save.
Yes.
The 4.
He becomes smaller.
Congratulations. You idiot.
Wait, he is really tiny.
That's probably my favorite spell that you
Oh yeah, I love it. I haven't used it much lately.
I remember
And then I send Silas after him.
Oh my god!
Yes.
It's a full-size beholder.
Horrifying.
Bailey, your go.
You seem to have the crossbow fine. So,
Yeah.
what else do we have? The guy south of Erlon?
Yeah. He's looking pretty fresh. Looks like a big annoyance to Erwan.
Yeah, so with sharpshooter,
Okay.
it's going to be 21
Yeah.
or 19 damage.
Okay. And again.
Yep.
It's gonna hit.
For 20.
20. Yeah, 2 significant shots that go straight past his shield and sink into his armor. And he nearly is forced to take a few steps back as they pierce deep. And that'll go to Jar. Jar, that one that was looking out for you. He's like hardly as tall as the snow now.
How far away is he?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Exactly.
You're itty bitty! Vicious mockery. Oh, for 8.
Do I make a save on that?
I don't believe there's. Let me double check.
Is that what it is? You use Vicious Mockery on that?
Yeah, I think it's a wisdom saving throw. Maybe not.
If the target can hear you, though need not understand you, it must succeed on a wisdom. Yep.
Wisdom. 8 damage.
And he gets disadvantage.
Yes,
Yes.
that's true.
As
I will
cry.
mark him with a snail.
Remember, these are terrorist separatist dwarves.
Jar was okay with them blowing a hole in the mountain to get there. You know?
Yeah.
Y'all
We
wanted
might
to do
still.
things the hard way.
Erlon.
Please, go right ahead.
So I yell out, "Too late now!"
Well, technically, no one's watching the
And
barrels.
that'll be 24 for the
Yeah.
first attack. That's a reckless attack. And then 17 damage.
You chop him down quite well that time around.
Alright.
Bonus attack.
Bonus attack is a 9, so no.
Nope.
So I'm going to follow through with the last standard. And it's 20.
20 hit.
Yeah, more than 20, but 10 plus 17 more damage.
17.
Nice.
I'll clear up some of these bodies and actually see HP left.
The card just roll by.
So that brings us to the dwarves. the remaining dwarf. Attacks against Erlon. Miss. Miss. Hit. Miss. 7 damage.
How you doing?
I'm at 20, I think, by
Yeah.
my count.
So you can take like.
A whole nother turn.
Yeah.
And 2 more attacks. Nat 20 on Leander. And a miss.
Walter.
Yep.
Protect me.
And I rolled max save, so
So it would be 28 minus 3 minus
12.
Minus 12. So
16.
16. Which hardly more significant than a normal attack. You turn what would have normally been a pretty deadly blow into just an average hit.
Yep.
And took it down. The one that is shrunk comes bursting out of the snow onto the, the paved road, gasping for air. He falls to his knees, and that's his turn. From all the magic he's just been brought to. Yeah. Leander.
Now we gotta keep this guy around.
Constantly shrink you.
Because we're heroes, right?
Yeah.
I guess I'll move on to this guy.
So, you do see that Erlon, a good many slashes and bruises.
Yeah.
I mean, he's fighting as ferociously as ever, but you know that there's only so much more of that he can take.
I'll move in next turn.
Fair enough. You know his limits.
Yep.
He's been fighting next to him for months and months now.
That's a 1.
Oh, confirm that one.
A 7-1.
A 7-1.
Dismounted.
Yeah. Not that the horse is spooked or anything, but you figure you pretty much have to get down to fight this one.
So I fall down onto my shoulder.
Yeah.
These dwarves are too damn short!
Stand up.
And then take a swing at him. For 25.
Yeah.
I'm not using a level 2.
And he looks up at you with a stink eye and he goes, "You're too damn tall!"
14 damage. You're too damn decapitated.
Which will bring us to Gilroy.
Alright, Gilroy will...
Were you just thinking of shrinking Leander?
I was thinking about growing him.
Just step on. Divine smush.
Divine smush.
I will just sort of slide off the... Well, yeah. I'll slide off this column in like clutching my shoulder, so my back is against it on the side I was on previously.
Is there still a barrel there before?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Well, looking down, that right there appears to be. The good thing you said on the other side.
Yeah, no, on the same side.
Okay.
And I'll like warg into Silas
All right.
as he floats across the battlefield.
What's his movement? 20?
Yeah.
Okay.
I gave him my Philosopher's Stone, my Transmuter Stone, and he's got 10 more feet.
Just fumbling around with it.
Silas ends up floating to about there.
Put it under his hat.
What's he
He
gonna
sells
do?
the bracelet. Can you put it in the bracelet?
Yeah, right. Just, you forge it in
Farmer's
there.
hat. Yeah.
He's not wearing that currently. Alright, and he's just gonna terrorize the small dwarf.
Okay.
Scorching root. Oh, no, I can't.
Fireball.
Yeah, I guess fireball.
I love your not inappropriate use of warg.
So, firebolts for 16 to hit.
Is his AC reduced
He's a crossbow.
or anything? Yeah,
He's
he
using
has a
chainmail.
16, yeah.
No, it's not reduced.
Well, you hit him.
Sweet. It's 2d10.
Could be good, could be bad.
That's not a thing. It's not off to a good start. It's a 3.
Gets hit in the side
Silas
of the
likes
face.
playing with his food. Not that he's gonna eat them, but
Silas,
Did you feed him much?
I don't know. He probably hasn't eaten much lately. It's not, maybe a mountain hare.
yeah, that's what he manages to find.
Yeah.
So a lighter-like flame shoots from Silas's eye beam and strikes the poor dwarf who... Gah! Good turn, Gilroy. Mainly, you see Gilroy clutching his shoulder where the bolt is. As
His eyes are rolled in the back of his head.
That seems normal.
This is your life now.
Yeah. The one that I attacked before, south of Erlan,
Yep.
I'm going back to that one.
Sounds
since
good.
Erlan is not looking so hot. 16.
16 will not hit
Yeah.
that one.
Okay. Seems
Yes.
There
or 21.
21. Okay.
That's it. That's all I can do.
Well, you could action surge if you
Well-
want to.
Yeah, not worth it.
Fair enough. Which will bring us to Jar.
Alright, is there anybody left down there that's engaged with Erlon or Leander?
Yeah. Leander has this one underneath, like kind of directly underneath you and the ridge before you. Erlon has this one that Melee's been picking away at to the south, as well as this one that he's battling with.
Alright, Jar will attack the near one. Will he get flanking for his
Yes,
positioning
yeah.
on that? Alright.
Yeah, they have no focus on you, whatever.
And that'll be a 23, I think.
Yeah.
So. 14 damage.
14. Erlon.
Good night. Reckless attack. Base 17.
Got him.
9 plus 7, 16 on the first.
Which one are you attacking?
The one with more health.
Okay. 16.
Second attack. Nope, it's only 11.
Oof. Bring us to the dwarf.
I mean, it must have been like a big it was like some people had like 19s and 20s and 23s, and then there was like us.
They miss you,
And the dwarves.
Erlon.
Yeah.
They rolled bad. Leander. Oh, that's not a roll. Miss. This one's gonna try and shoot at Silas. He turns with his miniature crossbow. Yeah! Natural one! The bow of it, the actual bow mechanism just explodes in his hands. He falls back. Just my luck!
As Silas moves closer, ominously.
Shakes his fist.
I'm seeing like a Planet Earth documentary, like as Silas moves in for the kill.
Summon David Attenborough.
Yeah.
Wow. Leander, your go.
Um,
Summon David Attenborough.
I'll just keep swinging at this guy.
Sounds good.
Miss. And I'll swing again. These dwarves are hardy. Plate is strong.
You find that out.
Another miss.
Gilroy.
Alright, yeah, Silas will move a little closer.
Okay.
And, I think he'll just firebolt again. I don't know how he does that. Maybe just it forms in his mouth, maybe? Or from his main eye? Just like a little ball of fire.
Sure.
Strikes out. That's a 16.
Nice.
Silas hasn't been seeing much lately.
No.
He hasn't been casting many spells.
Doesn't like the weather.
Yeah. It's a 7. 7 damage.
That's poor guy.
Die, monster! Melee.
That same one south of Erlon.
Yeah.
Shooter. 15.
Nope.
Same thing.
Nope.
I missed.
2, he knows your position. He positions his shield, and they sink deep into his wooden shield, which will bring us to Jar.
Zar will, how bad's Leander looking at, or Erlon looking at this point?
I mean, from a glance, he looks like he's about to die, but you know better.
Yeah, I guess Zar will just take another shot at the one engaged with Leander there, the nearest to him.
Okay.
Everyone just trust you'll survive.
Just like he'll live.
20.
Nat 20?
Yes, natural 20.
Sneak attack.
This is gonna be big.
9, 8. So 22.
Nice. Yeah, you have the right position. You manage to angle your crossbow in such a way that the bolt goes straight down past his armor and seemingly right to his neck, which will bring us to Erlon.
Yeah, just gonna continue
The
to
onslaught.
exchange blows with this guy.
Sure.
Reckless attack. They both, yeah, even with advantage I miss.
No.
Oh.
So, yeah, I'll roll. Second attack.
There we go.
Yeah, 20
Okay.
for 12 damage.
All right. Yeah, you're definitely feeling the wear and tear of this battle. I mean, you can keep going, of course, but that initial onslaught was crazy, and then from there on, kind of winding down, which will bring us to the dwarves, who have pretty much accepted their fate, but they ain't going down without a fight. Miss. Miss. Hit. Miss. 7 damage, Erlon. And Leander. Bigger one. 22.
No.
Miss.
I know.
Leander!
Okay, let's kill this guy. Yeah, just stabbing into this guy, kind of pushing him up against that ridge.
Sounds good.
Seeing Jar shooting into his back. I don't know, it's a 17, is it? Yeah, 17.
Yep.
Sweet. I'll make it a level 2. Just killing. 6, 12, 20, 26.
Good damage. Not quite enough.
And I'll swing again. 28.
Yeah.
Just a normal attack. For 7 damage.
It's really slow. We're losing our momentum.
Give up!
Give up all you can.
Kill them all!
Oh man.
Yeah, scorching ray.
I know, right? Yeah, they're all in rough shape, but I don't know that I can get all of them.
Get 2 of them.
Yeah, probably.
If you hit.
But I like this comedy that's going on.
We'll be alright.
Silas will move in very close.
Yeah, he'd be adjacent.
Yeah, adjacent to this dude.
He's waving his broken crossbow. You get back, I'm telling you!
And his eyes will begin sweeping around with pretty much, yeah. And he'll burning hands, burning eyes. Burning eyes, this guy.
Just spraying him with fire.
Fail. What's the radius on that? The range?
15 feet.
Okay.
3d6. 7 damage.
We're still cooking him. Jeez.
Okay. Which will bring us to melee.
Everything's wearing is burnt to a crisp.
You can do it, melee.
I'm so focused on this guy.
That's fair enough.
That I cannot seem to kill. Okay. So with sharpshooter,
Alright.
Oh,
Oh.
natural 1.
I
It's
rolled 9.
okay. It's not a big deal.
Alright, so for my next
Yeah.
16.
No.
Wait, that would have been a 17.
No, because it was
11.
it was an 11 or 13?
No, it wasn't 11.
It wasn't a 17.
Yes!
Thank you. I'm glad you're paying attention.
I was like, ooh.
The smile emotion reactions I've been getting from dice rolls tonight. I should go back and cap some of them.
24.
24 will kill him. Thank goodness. You got him.
We should do a point of view episode from your eyes again, where you just wear a big.
That'd be funny. Shar.
Alright, so there's the one normal-sized guy, and there's the tiny guy.
One normal size looking quite near death fighting Leander. One normal size looking like he's just holding out against Erlon. And the tiny guy you can see Silas pestering.
So yeah, I'll just take a shot at the one fighting Leander that's near death there.
Okay.
So still flanking, yeah.
Yeah.
So that'll be a 22.
You got him.
So. For a total of 10 damage.
He's down.
Alright.
Sweet.
Anything more?
At this point, I think Jar is going to dismount the building, just kind of tumble down.
Okay.
I think a little bit of somersault.
That's kind of
Or
awesome.
roll some athletics there, or acrobatics.
No, you can do that. No
All
problem.
right.
Yeah. And it does look cool. Erlon.
Yeah, so feeling myself, like I'm bleeding pretty heavily now, and like my face is swollen. So with my little bit of strength, I try to bring it back to the beginning
Yes.
and cleave this guy in half.
Let's see it.
Wow, double 11s. So 19
Those will hit.
for 9 damage
9.
for the first attack.
All right.
Second attack misses.
Okay.
The dwarves.
Yeah, the dwarves. So that one will attempt to 7 damage for Erlon.
Down to 6.
Ooh. And the tiny one looks up towards Silas and goes, "I give up! That's enough! What do you want from me?" Leander, your go.
I'll ride up next to Erlon
Okay.
I guess I'm not on my horse. Run up next to Erlon. Sounded much cooler to be right. And I'll
Summon your horse and move by feet.
and just take a swing at this guy next to him. 25.
Yes.
Just normal. 7 damage. This does not bode well for. And I'll take another swing. 27
Yes.
for 9 damage.
Got him.
Sweet.
So it's just us and this.
The tiny one.
Yes. And you guys have finished. The sounds of battle stop ringing out around the base of this mountain and into the snowy area around. You see the only remaining member of this band of separatists is a very small dwarf who seems to have busted his way out of the snow and onto the trail. And he seems to be bowing reverently to Silas. I'm defeated! I know when it's done! You are far stronger than me, beast!
Gilroy cackles from behind the column, losing his control of Silas. Not like because he's growing powerful or anything, he just drops it. I'm losing control of him. I can't control Silas anymore.
Silas takes the
Silas rolled a 19 to gloat.
Silas looks quite proud of himself.
And I guess I walk over to Silas.
Okay.
Give him a
Can we
little
keep
pat.
He's just.
I don't want to die. And I'm tired of being burnt. And I'm tired of being small. It's been a rough life. So, I pledge myself to that thing. I'll hail it.
Good. Go and fetch him some food. He tells me you must fetch him some food. In this state.
As is. I'll probably die. It's gonna be hard to hunt like this.
I don't know how long.
Can we give him a rock?
It only lasts a minute, so.
Oh, okay.
Yes, in this state.
Okay. I'll do my best.
And then wait here. We'll be back.
Maybe if your master is kind, he'll switch it back in a little bit.
Hopefully so. It's, well, Best of luck to you.
I'm gonna die.
He runs off into the snowfields, bounding like a...
Does a barrel explode?
You know what? Yes!
Oh no!
He runs past this cart and blows up. Congrats.
Silence!
Right. A spark from his, like, from his
His beard.
poor guy.
I swear, he would have grown, larger in just a bit. He would have been placed back to normal size.
And
So the rest of the group probably,
Yes.
presumably, joins us.
I collapse into the snow.
Oh yeah, you're no shit.
It feels really good on my body right now.
yeah, absolutely.
We're all laughing at this little dwarf. You're dying next to us.
But I'm still laughing like as I'm like crawling up the way.
Walter, as he begins to, do the classic spiritual evaporation back into nature, gives a bit of a smile and a nod. You know he respects the ferocity you put forth there. He goes, not just dwarvish blood, as he disappears. And so, you are re-met with the rest of the caravan who, presumably you forewarned about the fields, and they managed to follow your tracks and rejoin with you at the head of these ruins. And Jordan goes, well, I'm sad to see that it ended up this way, but at least you didn't let them blow the place up. It probably would have collapsed the ruins, and we wouldn't have been even able to use the entrance my way, as he pulls out his key. And he approaches up into those ruins and makes his way towards the back of them, finally finding what appears to be an invisible keyhole just perfectly fitted for such an item, and gives it a lock. And with a quick beam of light, you can watch as the very stone of the mountain seems to be split in half and opens up. Even the incredibly natural look of it was in fact artificial and made to appear that way. And you can see beyond a tunnel, perfectly rectangular, continues into the mountain about 100 feet down that way, and then curves slowly to the right. And Jordan looks towards you and he goes, we're almost there. Not too much further to the stronghold. Follow me. And as you guys begin to make your way, unless there's anything you'd like to do on the fields or with anyone.
No, I mean, Gilroy admires the... Presumably that's transmutation magic, or maybe abjuration.
Almost no doubt there was magic employed in the creation of this space.
Yeah, for sure. So, admires that for a moment.
I'll give Erlon some lay on hands.
Okay.
40.
That'd be great.
Yes, your broken ribs feel a bit more connected. You are no longer bleeding. And as you guys make your way on down, Clara, Arena, Gentel, Zorn, Bilberry, the whole caravan slowly begins to meander through these halls, and it opens up rather quickly past that turn, and you can see that it is essentially a few plateaus of abandoned dwarvish city. Very old-looking, more simple dwarvish structures, not ornate, made of stone. And you can see through the doors and whatnot what appear to be coffins in each one of these buildings as you make your way down. And Jordan goes, this would be the Elder Hold. It may look strange to you, but it was the first settlement we made here. And before we truly made the Stronghold. It's where our honored dead go to rest. And so...
You're not the drama, man.
Trust me, it's difficult. But we all must get past our prejudices these days, it seems. It's been a long road for me in that regard. And you guys continue along, indeed, down these plateaus, essentially a very straight road through these alleys and buildings that would lead to some stairs down to the next plateau, further and further, deeper into the base of this mountain. And finally, you reach what appears to be a set of large double doors, stone double doors, that Jordan walks up to and goes, "You ready to see something no human drow? Oh, I felt your eyes were not meant to witness this," and he gives it a push open, revealing a cavern of unimaginable size. And my description of this structure might be a little disjointed. So, it is a huge cavern, It seems like about 1,000 feet up is the roof. In the middle of this cavern, the bottom of it being a very deep black lake. A single perfect stone bridge with arches underneath extends all the way out to what appears to be 3 huge mounds of stone that form the base of an island. All of the mounds have been carved to appear like skulls. The first one a warg, the second one a hobgoblin, and the third one an ice giant. All of them perfectly carved out. The base of their chins is where the water meets, and then their heads are capped off. And on top of their heads, a set of stone stairs leads up beyond these skulls to what appears to be a huge head of a hammer. Bits of the hammer are hollowed out with windows and whatnot, and it appears to be the actual the stronghold is this hammer's head. Then a column of stone extends all the way to the ceiling, forming the hammer's handle. And the handle is held onto by a dwarf about 150 feet tall, whose feet are planted on top of the head of the hammer, and he is reaching onto both ends, seemingly staring out stoically, his beard of stone flowing towards the ground, and a monster statue of Huron and Molnar. And
That's awesome.
Yeah. You guys begin to make your way on down that bridge. However, you do note the entirety of this structure is lit with either bonfires or torchlight. However, there doesn't appear to be many guards or many dwarves about. The occasional canoe on the lake rows past, but otherwise things seem quiet here. And as you guys begin to approach the main gate, Jordan turns towards you and he goes, "Now I'll be taking you and the mayor and Godric, those who have earned our trust, directly to the central chamber, where Vinveriac is awaiting. There you'll be able to take some rest before we do our negotiations. The rest of your entourage, companions, we'll be able to find a suitable place for them for now." And with that, no, go ahead.
We appreciate that, Jordan.
Dwarvish hospitality in our very home should be at its utmost. And he once again gives a push open, revealing the inner workings of the head of the hammer, which appear very much so to be incredibly orderly. It's rows, perfect rows of various alleys, shops, and whatnot, each square in design, though each of the shops and each of these alleys, every intersection you cross, appears to have a different purpose. Some of them are for metalworking, some for stone crafting, some for farming and whatnot. A very mushroom-based diet down here. And but it does appear many dwarves, mountain dwarves around here, are busy going about their daily lives, and they do stop and look towards you on occasion, very questionable, peering gaze. However, when they look upon Jordan, they immediately refrain from speaking out or anything that they would note about you. And you guys pass through quite a few of these alleys, these intersecting chambers and various streets, which of course are about dwarf-sized, so they're not particularly tall with the ceilings of each one, and they're not particularly wide, but there is a lot of activity going on in this space. You are brought to the inner chambers, which is the very center of the hammer. And the inner hammer, or the central chamber as it's called, and it's the only circular room in the stronghold you can see as Jordan leads you in. And it's situated directly beneath the tang of the hammer's handle, the tang being the part that goes within the weapon. And it is a ornate room, decorated with sparkling gems, swirling metals, platinum, silver, and gold. The roof of this room, where the column that forms the hammer's handle begins, is decorated with an absolutely dazzling gem motif of Huron and Molnar striking down his best-known enemy, Kaxka the Sunderer, a hobgoblin. Huron's left arm is severed from his body, and it bleeds rubies all the way down to the throne. As he raises the only non-gem section of the motif, which is his golden hammer, which is directly in the center. And Vinveriac, a dwarf who appears to be aged, wearing golden armor, no doubt ancestral. He has a longer white beard and graying eyes, is sitting next to, on a rather surprisingly simple throne that is made of stripes of platinum, gold, silver, that continue all the way up and then arc to make the back seat. Otherwise, though, the design is simple. There's not like many markings or anything. It's rather rectangular and boxy. And next to him sits a much younger-looking dwarf. In fact, much younger than many dwarves you've ever seen. He hardly has a beard. He looks as though, in human age for dwarves, he may be in his young 20s or so. And Vinveriak looks towards you and he goes, "So, you finally made it." Seemingly in reference to the mayor. The mayor, who was getting herself ready, essentially, stands up straight, walks forward with a nobility and aura about her. He goes, "Yes, Vinveriak, we're finally here." Vinveriak looks down towards the entirety of the group that begins to group in the center of this large circular chamber, and he goes, "Well then, let negotiations begin." And I think with that, we'll cut to break. Thanks so much for joining us, everyone. I'm very excited for what is coming up next and what exactly Clan Molnar is looking to get out of our favorite party here. Anything more to say before we cut to break?
Yeah, I want to thank Cruise Nico 2 for 6 months of Tier 1 subscription.
Wow.
Appreciate it, man.
Awesome.
Every little bit, subscription, bits, even a follow helps to... continue producing this show so much. So thank you for that. Thank you also to Uni Wendy for the follow.
Awesome.
You're now in the running for a t-shirt from our comic and game shop, the Freakopolis Geekery in Whitehall, New York. And if you're watching on YouTube, we encourage you to subscribe and catch part 2.
Definitely.
Once that goes up.
Awesome. So we'll see you in 5 minutes, guys. Hang right there.